Hello, all you idiots of the net. My name is Zephrysc, and today, welcome to the 2020 Grand Showcase. In this video, which is going to be quite long, we're going to discuss what has happened this year, which has been quite an interesting year. We're going to also discuss things that are happening at this very moment, and discuss things that are going to happen in the future. So, I'm just going to get right into discussing what has happened this year, because, as I said, this will be quite a long video, and I don't want to spend too long on each topic. So yeah, let's get right into it. So this year's been an interesting year for most people with the COVID-19 going rampant. It's affected me a bit. There was a time where I thought part of my family was infected, but thankfully they're not. No one in my family or any of my friends has gotten infected. 2 people on campus so far have been tested positive, but they were quarantined and are far away now. So far, it's been a pain in the ass to deal with, because I just hate how it's just dampening everyone's mood. I just wish things would go back to normal and stuff like that. I don't need to ramble about COVID. You guys know my opinions on it by now. Other things that have happened this year have been, well, the controversies I've been involved in. We don't need to go any further into that. I've already rambled on those for more than enough in my life. There's also the fact that I'm back at college, which is one of the reasons why there's no face cam. I have a deal with my family where I do not bring my big computer rig to school, because A, there's too many pieces to move, B, it probably would not fit in this small dorm, and C, I want to focus more on my studies. Which, considering this dorm, it's also... I'm just gonna say this, my dorm is fucking hot right now. It is like burning hot in here. And I have to keep the fan off when I'm recording these lines, otherwise there's just gonna be a bunch of annoying static noise in the background. Anyway, yeah, that's most of the stuff that's been happening this year. What else can I talk about? There's gonna be a lot of new projects next year, which I'm gonna bring into further detail later in this video, but for now, let's just move to the elephant in the room. Biosource. So, Biosource. The project that will probably end up being the death of me eventually. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. Biosource. Project that'll be the death of me. Biosource is probably about 50% complete, with all of the models having official renders done. Most of the rooms in the game are completed. They just have to have renders done. I need to write AIs. I need to write phone calls. Most of the scripts are pretty complete, actually. I might be sending them out sooner or later. Overall, things are going really smoothly. A lot smoother than I anticipated they'd go. There are these really cool new cutscenes that I plan on showing off sooner or later, with this really cool Abandonware VST speech synth. If any of you have ever played a game called Faith, you'd know the type of speech synth I'm talking about. It's really disturbing and creepy, and really adds to the horror aspect of the game. I've cut out most of the, like, noir cutscenes and replaced them with Atari-style, just, like, fucking creepy, weird stuff. The game's going in a good direction, I'll say that. I am definitely anticipating a release next year. Sometime in, I don't know, don't hold me to this, but I'm hoping to have the game out by April. For the 4th anniversary of the game, of Storyteller. We've got a much darker story overall this time. It's very similar to the story of Storyteller 2020 with some major changes to it. There's also a bunch of changes to the personality of Daniel, to the personality of Miles, to the personality of Walter. I'm basically just taking the game and taking it in a direction I've never really decided to take things before. It's a lot darker, a lot grittier, gorier. I'm just having fun making the game, and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it when it's out. There are going to be updates to the game, I will announce that. 2 updates. These updates will be massive content additions. First one, which yeah, that was weird. I'll announce this right now. Biosource Lazarus is the title of the first update, which is going to add about 3 new nights and some new content to the game, adding a conclusion to the story, the first half of an epilogue, of a 2-part epilogue. There will also be new additions like, by Update 1, you will get Endless Mode, you will get some upgrades to the Custom Night. You'll just get a lot of cool stuff. You can look forward to seeing a bunch of new crazy shit in the near future. In the meantime, let's move on to some of the newer projects. Actually, yeah, let's actually reveal a new project right now. Now this must come as a shock. The Return to Freddy's 2 Remastered is now in development. This is going to be just a simple reimagining of TRTF 2 with some new mechanics, new models, a redesign of the map with some better texturing. Basically, I'm gonna bring back the old school vibe. All of the models that were modeled for Biosource also fit as TRTF 2 models, so since that's exactly what I wanted the models for Biosource to have that TRTF 2 vibe. I wanted them to have a nostalgic feel. So yeah, TRTF 2 Remastered is now in development, and that is going to be a big project that is happening probably sometime around January. That's when I'm going to start really going full drive into development. I'm going to take a bit of a break from Biosource to make it. That's going to be my big additional TRTF project. So yeah, I hope you guys look forward to that. And, well, I'm not going to say much about it, because I want to leave this as a big surprise. But I will confirm there is a TRTF 2 remaster coming from me in the far future. Definitely a 2021 to 2022 project. Let's move on to some stuff that's not games, but are more real-life things, like my Discord server. Introducing the Lair of the Articus, a public Discord server for me that's coming out sometime in, hopefully, November or December. I've had a lot of problems with public Discord servers in the past, but I'm pretty sure I'm ready to start making one again. This time, it's going to be a lot bigger and a lot more dynamic for people to use. There's going to be special roles for people to choose so they can choose what notifications they want to get in the announcements channel, so you don't always have to get everyone pinged. I'm going to start reducing my everyone pings massively. There's going to be bots. Now, for people who've been on my servers before, that alone is a major improvement. There's going to be image bots, music bots. Well, the music bots will be very restrictive. There's going to be a very, very high presence of security and administration in order to... Is that a dog barking I heard? Whatever. Anyway, yeah. Expect to hear more about the server in the coming weeks. But, yeah, it's a recent development, but I will get some new details for you guys when they are ready. Until then, just please stand by. And speaking of the Articus, also known as the logo that I use, the weird emblem, there's another new announcement, and this is one that I've been working on for a while, and I think I'm about ready to show you guys. Take a look. Introducing the biggest project I have ever undertaken, and the one I am the most proud of any project I have ever made. Tales of the Articus, The Wrath of Atlas, an all-new audiobook novel in production, featuring a completely original sci-fi medieval horror war story, coming from the mind of yours truly. This is something I've been working on for years. Truly. About 7 years I have tried to make this, and nothing has worked. But now, I know how it works. The novel follows the story of Atlas Slater, a young scientist, grieving over a mistake that he has made that has cost the lives of hundreds. Join him on his journey as he treks through the unknown lands of the two domains Quartus and Icarus, as he vows to take down the enemies that wronged him. I will not say much about this, other than I am incredibly excited to show more and more as time comes. The first chapter, the prologue, will launch sometime in December, and I cannot wait to show all of you how this plays out and how it ends. I am happy to announce that new videos are going to be returning to my YouTube channel in the coming weeks. I've got a backlog of review videos to record and some vlog videos. For the review videos, let me open my list right now so I can check what I've got. Because there's a extensive list. Let's see. Videos. I've got a FNAF World review to do, a Doom Eternal review, Jollibees Phase 2. I might do Dormitibus, 6 Horrors, One Night at Flumpty's, some stuff like that. For vlog videos, I've got one that I'm going to be doing on the quarantine. I've got one based on college. Basically, it's just going to be a lot of things that I can easily just talk about and not really have to think too much into it. So, pay attention to my YouTube feed. You might see more videos in the future. The next big topic for me to cover would be Terror Arcade, the small indie dev team that I have joined alongside a few friends of mine. Twisted Minds, PJ Does Games, Caltismo, and a few more. We are currently in the process of creating a fan game based on Slender, known as Slender Reawakened. The game is nearing completion, and we are proud to announce that the game will be coming out around Halloween. We're currently working on the end of the AI data right now. Once that's done, we'll be doing some beta testing and then release it. After that, I'm proud to announce that we'll be working on some updates for the game in order to add to an optimal experience. We will be adding some additional voice acting in the first update, and we'll also be adding a new location in a later update. After that, we have a few games that are going to be in development, one of which I'm proud to announce right now that I'm going to be directing. There's going to be a massive shooting game that we're developing with a very retro style, in the style of like Quake and like old PS1 games. It's going to be a very unrelenting, violent game, basically like Doom with old graphics. I'm going to be directing that one. I'm not going to say anything about it other than I'm having so much fun coming up with concepts for it. It's going to be great to make. I'm so happy to be working with these guys. It's great to finally be working on a dev team that actually understands what they're doing. It's also cool because the games we're making that are not fan games will also be able to be monetized. We've been picked up by a publisher, which I will not say yet who it is. But yeah, I'm going to be helping create quite a few new games in the future with a retro style, and I am so happy to be working with this team, and I cannot wait to show you guys any of the future stuff that we're working on. Stay tuned for more info. Also, follow Terror Arcade on Twitter and on GameJolt, because you always want to stay up to date with new news. You can find the link to the Terror Arcade GameJolt account in my GameJolt, and I'll also probably put it in the description of the video. I'll probably also put the Twitter and all that, so stay tuned. And this is the last announcement for this video. Introducing a new interview series called Coffee Table Convos. Basically, in this series, I'm going to be interviewing a lot of my friends and some fan game devs and YouTubers from across the scene on just their lives, their careers, just everything in general. The name comes from a thing in my past where I would always just have these nice chats at a coffee table. Although the weird thing is I never drank coffee in my life, so the name's a bit weird, but eh. I've already got a tentative list of who I'm going to ask to interview for these. If you are a friend of mine watching this and you think you might be on the list, just keep your head out to see if I send you a invite to do it, because what I'm guessing is these videos are going to be about 40 minutes long. They're just going to be just some nice talks between friends. It's It's something I've always wanted to just do. Just have these nice little talks with friends. It's like the old Meet Your Maker videos, except they're not based on shitting all over Tyler. And there you have it, guys. The showcase is finally over. It's been about 15 minutes, and honestly, I wanted this video to be longer. I really was hoping to be able to get more and more done for it, but with college just draining everything from me, I don't really have the ability, but I got things done in a good amount of time, so yeah. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. I will probably host a Q&A on this type of stuff in the near future. I'm going to be getting back to streaming sooner or later. Once my first vacation for school starts, I might do a stream. And when that happens, I'll allow you guys to ask a lot of questions about this stuff. I'm going to start trying to get a coffee table convo filmed once I get home. I'm going to get some more Biosource work done when I get home. And just a lot of more stuff is going to happen. I'm really happy to be creating content for you guys once again, and I hope to talk with all of you again in the near future. I'm gonna get going. It's about 4:15 p.m. right now. I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna get an early dinner. Probably gonna get a meatball sub from the Subway, because thank God this campus has a Subway on campus. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys fairly soon. Bye, everyone.